everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make this pretty little earring using products from the Bargain Bead Box May 2022 edition. So this is beautiful. It was called May Flowers this month. I wasn't crazy originally about the green bicones with it all, but the more I use it, the more I'm liking it. But yeah, so we're going to do this little wire wrapping thing here. But first of all, our encouraging word for today is Chris's favorite scripture. It's Jeremiah 29:11. My plan for your future is filled with hope. And I love that one. That's Chris's favorite. My favorite is He is risen. So that one gives me hope. I love that one. So this is what we're going to make. If you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, I have a whole playlist of unboxings. It's a monthly subscription service. They send beautiful things to your door every month for $19.98, including your shipping. And I always end up making a ton of stuff. I'm trying to find my bicones. I thought I had them out, but apparently I've put them away. So anyway, I have a $2 off coupon. When you subscribe to Bargain Bead Box, you get a 30% off coupon every single month to use in their sister site. And you can use it over and over and over all month long. They have a great store where they sell a bunch of cool stuff too. So if you subscribe, you get that. But if you don't want to subscribe, you can use my coupon code for your first purchase in their store, or you can use it for your first subscription box, and it's $2 off. The code is Wendy2, and you can only use it once, though. So anyway, I'll have links in the description box for all of it, and let's get started. So what we're going to need, if you want to make this little earring, I've got 5 of the leaves. Actually, of course, you're going to double this, but so you're going to need 10 total of the leaves. You're going to need 6 bicones, an ear wire. I'm using a fish hook, a jump ring, and 2 of these quartz. I believe these are quartz. They're not amethyst. Yeah, violet quartz right here. You're going to need 4 of them total. And then I have got, this is Parawire 22 gauge in natural brass. Is that the color? No, that's not the color. It doesn't really say the color on here. Copper. I don't know. It matches. So whatever you got that matches. And I've cut 2 pieces of it to be about, let's see, 4.5 inches. I have 2 pieces that are approximately 7 inches. And then I have a 9-inch piece, and you probably, especially if you're decent at wire wrapping, you will not need this much. But I'm not decent at wire wrapping, so I always cut extra because I'm afraid I will mess up and not have enough, okay? So that's the thing. Actually, we're going to need 1 more piece for this little guy on the top. I'll use one of these leftover pieces when I get them done. Okay, so what we're going to do, get all your stuff together. You're going to need like your pliers, your cutters, of course, all that stuff, you know, that you always need. And what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to wrap these leaves like briolets, all of them, okay? So our first one here, and I'm just putting it in the middle, and then I'm just kind of making a little diamond shape above it and then twisting. And this one is going to be the longest one. Okay, so just twist it. And probably we want enough at the top to make a loop when we're done with this whole twisting thing with all of them. So I'm going to twist it all the way up to about here, and then I'm going to cut it. Okay, so by the time I'm done twisting it, it's about, the whole thing is about, oops, what am I doing? The whole thing is about 3.5 inches. Okay, so that's the first one. That's our middle one. And we're just going to do this with all of them. Same exact thing. Make a little diamond or triangle shape there just to get your wires together, and then twist. And I'm just twisting this one. And if this hurts your fingers, you can hold it with your pliers and twist the leaf at the bottom. Okay, so if it hurts your fingers, then just do that. All right, let's go ahead with the third one. Same thing. Okay, there we go. And I'm just twisting them up. We'll cut them at the end if they're too long or whatever. These two pieces together I'm just going to cut off just so it's one little spike. Okay, next one. We're going to need more wire than this, just so you know. We're going to have to cut a piece to do the swirls and stuff, but I haven't got to that point yet. So we're doing our twisting right now. And we're going to need a piece for this little connector. And I don't know that, I was going to use one of those little pieces that I cut off, but I don't know that I'll have enough. So I'm probably going to end up having to cut a little more wire. And then this last one. Okay, and just twist them up. Okay, so now we've got our 5 pieces. So I am going to go ahead and make my connection here. So I'm going to cut another piece about, I don't know, 6 inches or so, maybe a little longer. And again, it's because I'm not good with wire wrapping that I cut more, because I'm not good at it. Okay, we're going to make a wrapped loop on both ends of this. So we're going to bend this 90 degrees. Actually, do I want it longer than that? A little bit. So that piece that I bent 90 degrees there is right about 2 inches. And I just want enough to wrap. You didn't need to put your bead on yet, but I did. Okay, then we're going to go up and over, rotate our plier, and come under. And then I'm just going to wrap this. You can do it neat, you can do it messy, however you want, okay? And you just wrap it around a few times, and then go ahead and trim off or tuck any little snag that you've got there. Now we're going to put our bicone on. Let's see, I have way too much, but I might be able to use, I don't know, we'll see. Always save it if I have too much wire, and I mean, there's always other things that I can use it on. Okay, same thing on this end. Okay, so we've got a little wrapped loop bicone connector. All right, so there we have that. Now, I'm going to tuck that under a little bit. Okay, so now you're going to cut a fairly large piece of wire. This is a little, probably 12 inches. Yeah, it's actually more, I'd say. Let me measure it. This is going to be what we wrap our beads on with. Yeah, I've got about 13, 14 inches there. Okay, so we're going to take all of our leaf pieces here. I'm putting my longest one lengthwise in the middle. Then I'm going to do these two. And then I'm going to do these two. And all I'm doing is placing them kind of in the order that I want them to go. Getting them basically how I want them to lay. You can move them around. So, you know, once you get this wrapped together, you can kind of move them around. But you want to get them generally in the formation that you want. And I kind of like this, where it's one big one, then a couple, and then a couple smaller. Okay, so right about like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole bundle and hold it, and I'm going to take my pliers and I'm just going to twist this whole thing together. And if you hold these with your one hand while you take your plier and twist this other hand, they'll pretty much stay where you want them to go. Okay, and I'm just twisting this into one big wire. Okay, and see, these are still pretty much where I wanted them to go. They don't have to match perfectly. I mean, you know, they're kind of organic, so they're probably not going to totally match. And if this middle one is too long, you can always take it and just bend, because this is going to be covered up, this middle part. So just, you know, bend them up to where you want them, but make sure that they're similar. Okay, we'll try to twist this up the rest of the way. May have to cut it, but because they get really, really sharp on the ends here, these wires do. I've injured myself. Okay, gonna cut those edges off. All right, so here's what we've got. Now, I'm gonna take this piece right here. Actually, I'll do that in a minute. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna take my 2 little beads here. I'm gonna take this wire and get it started kind of wrapped around here. Tuck in the little snag here. And now I'm going to wrap my beads on. Now you can do this however you want. I'm just going to put one on. Let it fall down. And again, it doesn't have to be exactly like your other one, but I do want to try to get it sort of close. And I'm just going to go around and secure it on just like that. Okay? Then I'm going to add on my next bead. And this one I want to go kind of down here. So again, just going to wrap around between the leaves and secure it on. Okay, just like that. Now when I get back around to the front here, and I'm going to add a bicone. Just going to place it right about there and wrap. I'm kind of going to go down and through here. I'm just wrapping around a little bit just so things are secure. I'm going to add on my next bicone right about there and wrap him right on. Okay, now with the rest of this piece of wire, I'm going to create this little spiral. I think I might have a little bit too much, so I'm going to cut it down just a bit. And I'm going to take my crimping pliers, because they have a very small end, and make a tiny little loop. And then I'm just going to take it, I'm going to grab it with these pliers and just spiral it around. Now, you can use nylon jaw pliers if you want. I have a pair and I don't like them. I feel like I can't keep control of what I'm doing very well with them. I'm just careful when I use these pliers not to be very gentle and not mar the metal, and I've not had any problem. So I'm just making this little swirl. I want to get it fairly close to the size of the other one. So just going around like that. That looks about right. So I'm going to take it, wrap it around here because it's a little long, and then just place it right there. Okay? Now, I'm going to grab another piece of wire. Probably about, I don't know how long this is. I don't really, this is about, let's see, 10 inches or so. And we're going to make this bigger spiral right here. So again, just going to wrap around here to get this secured. And if you have a little bit here, you can just curl it around. Make a little decorative element there. And now I'm going to make the big spiral. So I'm going to go around here a couple times because the big spiral needs to sit kind of right in here and cover up that. Gosh, I hope I did enough. Maybe should have kept more on. Okay, now we're going to do the big spiral. So same thing. I'm just going to spiral it around. Just gently. Coming right around all the way. You can do it with your fingers, but I find I have a little bit better control if I just use the plier like this. So I'm just being very gentle and taking my time. That's the important thing I found with wire, is to just kind of take your time. If you get rushed, you mess up. At least I do. I admire all these wonderful people that work with wire. Yvonne Williams, I watch her a lot. She's super amazing. Jim Hawks, of course. They're amazing. Okay, yeah, he's going to be big enough. I still need to go around a couple more times, but I think we're going to have him. All right, when you get to be this bigger spiral, you can kind of grab it with your fingers and go around. Okay, so this is pretty good right here. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to kind of kink it up because I want it to sit right there and kind of cover the middle of this a little bit. So just take it, kind of kink it up, and there we have it. Okay, so there's my 2 earring pieces. Now I'm going to take this part here. I'm going to use my round nose pliers, my smaller ones. Where are they? Just had them. Oh, here they are. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and roll this down. This whole little mess here. And I'm just going to roll it until it won't roll anymore, and I've got like a loop there. Okay, so just like that. Now, get this over here a little bit. There we go. You can bend your wires around, bend your leaves around if they're not sitting exactly how you want them to be. Okay, so we've got this loop here. Now you need to make sure there's nothing sharp sticking out like that piece. Just tuck it in. And now I'm going to take my jump ring. So this jump ring is, I think it's a 6mm, pretty sure. You may need a bigger one if your end pieces there are thick. But I'm just going to put my jump ring right on here around this whole bit. And if you've tucked it under and rolled it, you should have a closed loop there. Okay, so I'm just putting my jump ring on. Then I'm going to put my little connector on. I'm going to close this up. Make sure it's closed real good. Mine's not. There we go. All right. And then I'm just going to take my ear wire and attach it. And if I can get it closed, which I'm having issues with, there we go. Okay, so there are our 2 little earrings. Now this, you can roll down some more if you need to. And there's what we've got. Now, if this one seems a little longer, and I think it does, I can take this piece back here and just kind of kink it up a little, just to take up some of the length. And I can do the same with these. Just take your pliers and kind of give it a little kink up there. And just bend it around. You can totally form this however you want it to be. That's the nice thing. It's very versatile, very easy to kind of form around and move around. Okay, so there we have our 2 little earrings. And again, they are very organic. If you are a person that likes things to match completely, this is probably going to be a frustrating thing for you because they're not going to match completely. They are very similar, and when you have them on, you know, they're going to hang, they're just going to look like earrings. They're not going to look, you know, I don't think anybody's going to examine them too closely and be like, oh, this leaf sticks out more than this leaf. But, yeah, if you're one of those people that those little details bother you, then these might kind of drive you crazy. But I think they turn out super cute. And I am going to put them on a form so you can take a look at them, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here they are. They turn out super cute. You would think that they would be really heavy, but they really aren't. They're actually not heavy at all. So I really like them. I think they're just different and unique, and I hope you guys enjoyed them as well. So all the information for Bargain Bead Box will be in the description box below this video if you're interested in subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. What are you doing, Sadie? You blend in with the floor. You know it? I can't hardly see you. You're incognito in the bead room now. What you doing? Where's your toy? Where's your bone? Where's your piggy ear? Where's your piggy ear at? Did you eat the whole thing? Oh. You really want one, don't you? Okay, let's go get one. Okay. Sit down. Sit. Sit. I have a piggy ear. Oh, wait a minute. Sit down. I'm showing it to everybody. All right, ready? Sit down. Sit. Sadie Sue, sit. Here it comes. Oh my goodness. Where are you going with it? Oh, on the bed underneath there. She's going to bury it with her nose. You going to bury it with your nose, Sadie? Huh? What you doing with it? I see it. Oh, you're going to just, no? You saving it for later? No, she's going to eat it now. Okay.